Congratulations on your purchase of Marshalltown's Enforcer Portable Texture Sprayer. We're confident that after watching this video and becoming familiar with the Enforcer, you'll be spraying a consistent, professional finish with more control and more mobility than a standard hopper gun or texture sprayer. It's important that you read and understand all warnings and cautions prior to using this product. Of particular importance is the warning which reads, "Do not exceed an inlet pressure of 120 psi. Doing so could result in component failure and possible injury." The assembly is quick and easy, no tools required. Start out by attaching the mud hose to the tank as shown. Next, attach the mud hose to the Sharpshooter 2.0 gun. Simply screw the mud hose onto the bottom mud port. Once the hose is securely attached, connect the air hose. The final step is connecting the tank to the backpack. Place the bottom support bar into the notch on the bottom of the tank. Ensure that the pneumatic assembly is facing the right-hand side as you would wear the backpack. Next, slide the tank straps to the top of the tank and connect. Tighten down the straps as shown to ensure a tight fit. If the straps seem excessively long, check to make sure the tank is attached so that the pneumatic assembly faces the proper direction. The final step is connecting the air hose to the unit as shown. Now let's get familiar with the unit. Start by removing the lid and piston. To do this, you simply loosen the top 4 bolts a turn or two until they are no longer holding the lid down. It will become obvious when they are loose because they will turn freely in either direction. Once the 4 bolts have been loosened, lift up on the red top cap locking pin and turn the lid. Often the lid will seal during shipment and storage, making the lid very difficult to turn. If this happens, simply place your thumb on the upper portion of the lid as shown. Place your index finger on the lower lid and apply pressure with your thumb. The lid should turn until the top bolts have aligned with the clearance bolts in the lid. You should now be able to lift and remove the lid. There are a couple of very important features to this lid. The first is the top cap locking pin. This red pull pin forces you to release the pressure out of the tank before removing the top cap, thus preventing the lid from blowing off once aligned for removal. You'll notice the lock-in tooth system that has been designed in the lower lid and locking pin. This ensures that you have pulled up on the safety release valve prior to trying to remove the lid. The second very important feature of the lid is the emergency safety relief valve, which is located underneath the red Marshalltown cap in the top cap assembly. This valve is designed as a fail-safe mechanism in case the air pressure regulator in the pneumatic system fails or malfunctions. If a dangerous amount of pressure has built up in your tank, the emergency safety relief valve will relieve the air pressure. This will only happen if the air pressure inside the tank has exceeded 15 psi. If it does happen, the safety relief valve will make a distinctive buzzing noise. In this event, disconnect the inlet air pressure and contact customer service because the pneumatic assembly is not functioning properly and could cause component failure or user injury. Now that the lid has been removed, let's get the piston out. To do this, simply grab the blue handle on the piston, squeeze the trigger on the gun, and pull up. You'll notice that there are 2 black seals on the piston. These seals scrape the walls of the tank clean and ensure the mud stays fresh over time, reducing the need for cleaning. Check the seals on a regular basis to ensure they're in good condition and replace them as needed. This piston is a critical piece to the Enforcer. The piston forces the mud down the tank, through the mud hose, and out the gun. Now that you're familiar with the lid and piston, there are a couple of other components on the Enforcer that we need to cover before we're ready to spray. On the lower right hand side of the tank, you'll see the pneumatic assembly. This consists of one on-off toggle switch and a mud flow control knob. The first, the toggle switch, acts as the cutoff switch for airflow. By flipping this switch to the fill off position, you have eliminated all airflow to the tank. This will be necessary anytime you remove the lid or fill the tank via a pump. The second, the mud flow control knob, allows you to control how fast the mud will flow to the gun. Simply lift and turn the knob counterclockwise for less mud and clockwise for more mud. Once you've reached your optimal flow, lock the knob in place by pushing it back down. We'll talk about this knob and switch a little more as we get into filling the tank and dialing in your spray. Another component that comes with the Enforcer is our Sharpshooter 2.0 gun. This gun is much like a standard hopper gun, but with some improvements. The first is its bottom feed port, which ensures maximum maneuverability and comfort when used with the Enforcer. A top port cap accompanies the gun for use with the Enforcer. This top cap allows for a quick fill option using a pump. Simply remove the top port cap and replace it with a hopper for standard hopper gun applications. The Sharpshooter 2.0 gun features soft grip trigger and handle for increased comfort and grip. In addition, the 2.0 gun features a new adjustment system which allows for a full pull every time. Simply adjust the spray flow using the adjustment knob as shown. Once the ideal spray is found, it can easily be reset using the indicator marks for reference. To help reduce fatigue on the larger jobs, the Sharpshooter 2.0 comes with a trigger lock feature. At the rear of the gun, you will find an airflow control which is very similar to standard hopper guns. The airflow control allows you to control how much air pressure is created at the tip of the gun. This is extremely important as most orange peels and mist patterns are sprayed at high pressure, while most knockdowns and splatters are sprayed at lower pressures. Now that you're familiar with the Enforcer and all its features, let's move on to filling the unit.